Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, and it is September, which can only mean one thing. I know we're closer to Christmas and Halloween, but no, this is my haul for the month of August. So everything that I've picked up, everything that I've had delivered. Again, not a massive haul. I would say quality, but some people will say that's questionable. But we like what we like. Anyway, let's get into it. I got lots of 4K box sets, some steel books, and a DVD. 2 DVDs actually. I just realised 2 DVDs. Yes, right, okay, let's get into it then. Okay, so this is not in any particular order of when they came out or when I picked them up through the month. Just a couple of quick ones. On the recent trip to London, on the Blue Tubers outing, my very good friend Jamie Batman Smith gave me an empty box. Not this one, his one is actually on the shelf with the movies inside it, but I took my one off the shelf because it's all damaged on the bottom and that, and it's a bit tatty. Yes, so I've got that spare box, but he gave me a box, a pristine box to put my movies in, and also he gave me Laurel and Hardy, one of the jewel cases. This is, what is it, Sons of the Desert, yes. Includes colour version of the film plus a bonus short, We Fall Down. And it's one of the old ones, you know, one of the old jewel cases that came out with DVDs, which I started to collect. And I think I know why they probably abandoned these, because they weigh a ton. If you get like 10 or 15 of them all on one pile, my God, they're heavy. Yes, so that's probably why they got rid of them and opted for the snapper cases. Again, a lot of people didn't like the old snapper cases. I love them. I think I've still got a couple of those as well, including, I think I've got Mars Attacks and Vegas Vacation and Spawn. Yes, so I didn't want to get rid of them because they looked really nice. Yeah, they were all just cardboard and, you know, nothing special, but I liked them. I enjoyed them. Okay, so let's get on to some of the main stuff. Okay, the other DVD that I picked up on the London trip is Aquarium of the Dead. Yeah, not Aquarium of the Deep as I kept calling it. This basically is about an aquarium like SeaWorld in Florida that's got a virus, and all the sea creatures start to go manic and start killing people. Yeah, it was moderately entertaining. You know, it was in my late night crap DVD reviews, so go back a couple of videos and check that out. But it wasn't as bad as some stuff that I've seen in the past. Please, the bunny. Excuse me. What else we got? Right, onto the Blu-rays then. Okay, grab this one. This is from the producers of Evil Dead and Barbarian. As far as I'm aware, Barbarian has no physical release, which I don't understand because apparently it's a really good film. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I'm thinking that I might put that on with my Halloween October horror watch list. So if you want me to watch Barbarian and add that into the reviews, stick it down in the comments. Yes, this stars Bill Skarsgård, and it is Boy Kills World. Saw the trailer for this, thought this is kind of a bit of a mute John Wick in a way. Yeah, it looks like there was lots of fighting in it, and I enjoyed the whole look of it and feel of it as well, and how somebody was kind of like narrating his voice over the top. So it's got lots of special features on it as well, and it's got a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, so why not? Don't think it came out with a 4K. If it came out with a 4K in the UK, I probably would have bought it. But still, come with a slipcover, so that's something. Unless you don't like slipcovers, then it doesn't really matter. Yes. Next up, we have If what? We've got a film called It. Now we've got a film called If. What's going to be next? In? Probably. There's probably a film out there somewhere called In. Yes, and this has got Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Louis Gossett Jr., Steve Carell, Kaylee Fleming. So a lot of the voices for some of the creatures, obviously, but it's got Ryan Reynolds. And I'm always a bit dubious about watching Ryan Reynolds films outside of Deadpool, because I felt some of the stuff that I'd watched, he was actually just acting as Deadpool in everything that he was in. It's pretty much the same with Hugh Grant. Most of the stuff that Hugh Grant is in, he's Hugh Grant. You know, there are a couple of exceptions like The Gentleman and a few other bits and pieces. Yeah, so I figured I'll pick it up. I saw the trailer for it. It looked good. It also has Kaylee Fleming. I think that was Judith, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was Judith in The Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure it was. But anyway, yeah, it looks fun. It looks like a fun little family kind of like imaginary friend kind of film. Obviously, that's what it stands for. So, I figured I'd pick that up. Next up, we have a horror film. It's called Tarot, or Tarot, if you're French. Yes. Your fate is in the cards. Looked good. I figured I'd pick it up. It will add to my Halloween October movie reviews, because I'm going to be trying to watch as many horror films on physical media as I've got in the collection, but I will throw in a couple of streaming movies as well, like I say, like Barbarian and anything else that's on the streaming platforms, horror related, kind of, that you think I might like. Just, yeah, stick it in the comments and I'll add them to the list so I can review it. There we go. So that is Tarot, or Tarot cards, isn't it? Tarot cards. It's not tarot cards. Another one that I'll probably be sticking on with my October is Sting. Yes, this is not a film about the lead singer of The Place, as many would believe. Who would believe that? Yes, Your Biggest Fear Just Got Bigger. I think this is about a little girl that befriends a spider in her apartment, and it grows and grows and grows and goes start killing people. I hate spiders. But then again, I did enjoy Eight-Legged Freaks. That was a fun film. I might see if I can actually try and grab that. I think there might be a German Blu-ray available for it. Anyway, I picked this up. It looked fun. It's not going to get me over my fear of spiders, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so that's the Blu-rays. On to the steelbooks. And you know me, I'm a steelbook bitch. I love my steelbooks. So we've got quite a few steelbooks in this little collection here. In fact, I probably need another house next door just to actually house my steelbooks. I might actually ask next door if they mind if I bash through their wall and create another room just for my steelbooks. I'm pretty sure I know what the answer will be. Maybe if I win the lottery, then I'll buy next door's house and just use it as an extra storeroom. Okay, so what have we got? First up, we have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I keep wanting to call it a Mad Max story, like a Star Wars, like, what was it? Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It's a Mad Max saga, not a story. Yeah, and this is Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. I really enjoyed this film. It looked fantastic. Yeah, it looked more digital than Fury Road, but I had fun with it. I think Chris Hemsworth was having a time of his life making this film. You could tell that he was really invested in the character. I think Anya Taylor-Joy did a really good job as a young Charlize Theron. And I just can't wait to put this on again. And it's going to, I'm sure it's going to look absolutely fantastic on my OLED. I'm pretty sure it is. Has it got Dolby Vision? I'm just trying to look on the bottom here. Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Wow, that's going to be an experience. So I won't wait too long to actually revisit that, because I haven't seen that since it was on at the cinema. Next up, we have kind of like not a remake, or it's kind of more of a retelling of an old classic 80s TV show. You know which one it is, don't you? Yes, it is The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. And also, what's his name? Oh, the possible future James Bond. Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think his name is. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, and it's a fun film. It is a fun film. It didn't completely blow me away. There were some slow moments in it, and I wasn't completely invested in their relationship. I didn't think it was that believable, but I still had fun with it. Great action in it. Ryan Gosling was fantastic. I think he was the best thing in the film with his comedy moments and that. But yeah, it includes 2 versions of the movie as well. So I need to watch like the extended cut and check that out. But yeah, there we go. That is The Fall Guy. What we got next? Next up, we have the final season. Yes, final season of Star Trek Discovery. I think this is the 5th season. It is. It's the 5th and final season. I have all of these on Steelbook. Star Trek Discovery was always a love-hate relationship with a lot of Star Trek fans, because it went in a different direction. It kind of like went to like movie length seasons rather than single episodic episodes. You know, the whole season was based around one story. And then it got very advanced when they went like 900 years in the future and we saw technology and that. But I think it kind of worked mostly. Sometimes it was a bit slow, and sometimes it went a bit too far. But overall, I enjoyed the characters. Yeah, it could have been bigger. It could have been, it could have been better. It could have been more adventurous. If you was to sit me down and say, okay, you've got one night to watch Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard season 3, I'd pick Picard over Discovery any day, because that was a incredible series. That was just such a throwback to the 1980s and the 1990s, Rick Berman and Michael Piller years of Star Trek. And it was great to see all the Next Generation cast back together again. And yes, I did cry with the Data and Spot scene. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you've seen it, you'll know. Yeah, but I still enjoyed Discovery. I went along for the journey. And overall, I really enjoyed the series. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that I've got all 5 seasons now. I don't know. I don't think they actually released Discovery Steelbooks on 4K. I think they were Blu-ray only. I think it's only with Strange New Worlds they started releasing them in 4K. I could be wrong. The same with Picard. I've only got Blu-ray Steelbooks for those as well. But Blu-ray 4K, yeah, I know 4K would be better, especially on through an OLED, but Blu-ray upscaled, it'll still look fantastic anyway. What we got next? While we were, hang on, I'll do this one next. Hang on, I'll move that one because there's a bit of a story behind those. Okay, next. It's like a new TV series. Next, I picked this one up last week at Sittingbourne CEX. It's Mars Attacks. Beautiful steelbook, glossy with embossing, lovely steelbook. I used to own this back in the day. I sold it when I had some money problems back in the day. As you know, you do that. If you're desperate for money and you need to sell stuff, then you sell stuff that you wish you couldn't. You wish you didn't have to sell, but I needed to at the time. But I'm so happy that I got this back and in mint condition. It is Blu-ray only because I'm pretty sure there is no 4K for Mars Attacks on physical media, but I am so happy I've got this in the collection. If a 4K release does come out, then I will just put the 4K disc in here because I really don't want to get rid of this steelbook. I think it's fantastic. Film is fantastic as well. Tim Burton, it's just typical Tim Burton comic book 50s style alien invasion comedy. Fantastic, great cast as well. Fantastic cast. Next up, yeah, on that same Blu-ray hunt, I took a little diversion to Ashford to check out Brightburn, the 4K steelbook, and was pleasantly surprised to find this in absolute mint condition, the same as Mars Attacks, which is a great thing because, you know, you can go into CEX and you can find really crap looking steelbooks with damage and dents and scratches. That's something that I don't think I will ever do. I don't think I'll ever order a steelbook through CEX online because, yeah, it might be lucky, might get one, but most of the time you probably end up getting a damaged one, and I don't like damaged steelbooks. So I like to go into a CEX store and just have a look at it, make sure it's perfectly fine, and no spine slashes, no dents, no scratches, and it's absolutely mint. And it is a steelbook that I didn't actually buy back in the day, so I'm really happy I've got this. It does have the Blu-ray, and it also has the 4K, which is an uncut 18 certificate version. I do actually have Brightburn on 4K as a US import, but I might sell that now that I've got the beautiful 4K steelbook. Also on my little excursion last week, I found this one in Sittingbourne. Sittingbourne and Ashford, I think, had a couple of, I don't know, because I remember a couple of years ago there was about 130 steelbooks that was in Sittingbourne CEX, and I remember asking the bloke, and it was a collector that had actually passed away, and their family offloaded all these steelbooks into the shop, and of course they were all mint, because, you know, they were looked after by a collector, and I don't know if it's the same thing, but, you know, Sittingbourne had about 60 steelbooks. Ashford's got about between 40 and 50 steelbooks. They're all in great condition. So it may be that someone's just gone digital and decided to sell their entire physical media collection. Although I think in those cases, I think maybe they'd sell them as a bulk, maybe through eBay or something like that. But it could be the same reason. You never know. But I'm sure anybody that reluctantly had to sell their steelbooks collection will be happy to know that they are going to loved places and they're going to be looked after. This is one that I picked up. It's called The Interview, and this is from the creators of Bad Neighbours and This Is the End, and it's James Franco and Seth Rogen. It says Freedom Edition on the back here. It's really rare, I think. I don't think I've actually ever seen this steelbook out in the open anywhere. And it's about going to interview King Jong-un in North Korea. Yes, I really need to watch that one, because I might actually pair this one up and watch this and The Dictator. That would be quite fun. Yeah, I call it the freedom viewing. Okay, next on to London, back to London again. On our little excursion the other week, we went to FOP, and at that time I hadn't really bought anything, and I really wanted to purchase a couple of things, and then we were in FOP and they had 2 for £30, and they also had steelbooks as well, and I realised I hadn't got these in the collection. They are both 80s classics. Maybe one's a little bit more familiar to people than the other one, but they are still 80s classics, even though they may be a bit girly. So I picked up Flashdance, yeah, what a feeling. Yeah, a long time. I haven't seen this one in a long time, so I'm looking forward to rewatching this, and especially in 4K. And I also picked up, of course, Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, 4K and Blu-ray. Nice plastic slipcase there that goes, you know, over the top of the Blu-ray. Really nice. And £15. Both of those steelbooks were £15 each, which is a bargain. So I just had to grab them. Hang on a minute. I just want a swig of my coffee. Because, you know, you get a bit dry when you've been yapping on for about 20 minutes. Okay, if you're still with me, nice one. Oh. Okay. What am I going to say? Oh yeah, Rambo. Because I recently picked up those Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3 4Ks for about £5 each on Amazon, on HMV. And I was very kindly sent the slipcover for Rambo 3 4K. I realised that there was one of the Rambo films that I was missing from the collection, because I do have Last Blood, but I didn't have this one. I didn't have, I think it's 2008, 2007, 2008, and this is the really violent one where you know, where he gets that gun and he just blows the hell out of those soldiers. And this is an extended cut. So the best Rambo yet. Yeah, this was ultimate Rambo. This was vicious. It was a hard cut. You know, it took people by surprise when it came out, because there were scenes like soldiers throwing newborn babies in fires, and you think, what the hell? What the hell? And yeah, and it was a very, like it says, it's shockingly entertaining. But of course, Rambo gets the last, you know, the last word. So it's a really good film. It's a really good film. And I love the ending. Absolutely love the ending. And I would have been happy if they just left the ending to this film and then not done any more Rambos, because Rambo Last Blood, I didn't really go much on the first half of the film, but the second half of the film was really good. I'm just hoping that there's been talk that Rambo's coming back, that Stallone wants to do one more, just to kind of like say his goodbye to him. And I really hope it's a really good violent Rambo and lots of people get killed. So we can only hope. What they should have done with Die Hard. Back then, Bruce should have come back and just given us one last Die Hard, so that we didn't have to go out on that one. Yeah. Anyway, next up we have Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze again, and we have Point Break, which was recently sent to me to check out and review, which I have not reviewed yet. So I will be watching this very soon, in the next week. More than 45 minutes of special features, classic film from back in the day, classic performances. We've got mad Gary Busey in there as well, and Keanu Reeves at his best as well, and Patrick Swayze as well. So yeah, definitely want to revisit that one, because it's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay, so four left. Big box sets. Okay, so next up we have, yeah, if you're wondering what it is, it's me just rubbing against the back of the chair. That could be a meme now, can't it? Yeah. Silence of the Lambs with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. Great film, fantastic film, based on the book, of course. And what can I say? Yeah, it's just a fantastic film. Looking forward to watching it in 4K. It's one of these big Arrow box sets. Arrow! Yes, comes with a booklet and all that kind of stuff inside. there we go. And it's, you know, a large slip cover, or a large O-ring, as I like to call it these days. Sticking with Arrow, I also have When Titans Ruled the Earth, which includes the remakes of Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans in 4K. Not the duo that I thought they would have released, you know, because although they're entertaining films, they're not absolute classics. So I was kind of unusual that they were releasing these two as a 4K limited edition, you know, book or box set rather, and comes with a book and everything. But I'm glad they have. There you go. Yeah, so definitely need to check those both out and see what they are like. Next up, we have Your Next, Second Sight, I believe this is. This is a limited edition 4K box set. Really nice. Comes with all bits and pieces, exclusive art cards and stuff like that. 120 page book, really thick book it is as well. And I haven't seen the film. I do actually own the steelbook as well. I think it's a German steelbook. So yeah, I definitely haven't watched this. So I think I'm going to include this in my October Horror Fest and add that to my watch list for the month. And the final one, which I did an unboxing on, really surprised me on the quality of it, because this kind of felt like a film arena edition or a Blue Fans kind of release. And it was Peter Jackson's King Kong, the limited edition. Comes with some nice spot gloss on there, and it kind of gives you that special prestige type kind of feel to it. It is a steelbook. It's a gorgeous 4K steelbook, and it comes with lots of books and postcards and posters and things like that, and it's just fantastic artwork. I did do an unboxing for that, so you can go back in my history and check that out. But yeah, there you go. That is it. That is everything that I've picked up and had delivered through the letterbox for the month of August. So I'm very happy with that lot. I'm going to have to make room amongst all the other steelbooks and the box sets. So we're forever doing that, aren't we? We're forever moving stuff out of the collection and trying to slot things in where there's no gaps left. Yes, fantastic. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye bye.